King University Director of Athletic Communications, Travis Chell here with head women's wrestling coach, Jason Moorman. A pretty good season for the Tornado this year. Finished third at the NWCA National Duals. Finished third at the National Championships. First season with NCAA schools. That's an emerging sport. Talk about kind of how the season went, and then just ending before you got the national championship in before everything kind of got canceled.
Yeah, we had a really great year. It was it was just a little bit different than the way it has been in the past. Honestly, most of our competition was with NCAA member schools, and this was an Olympic year, so we had a couple qualifiers that we got to compete in. But it was really, really awesome just to be part of a championship like we had this year with all NCAA programs. And NCAA voted on women's wrestling becoming an emerging sport in January for Division II and Division III. So it was just a really exciting time.
Yeah, talk about that a little bit. That all happened. King sponsors also acrobatics and tumbling got voted in. How big of a deal is that for women's wrestling and taking that next step here?
Oh, it's huge. I remember we started this about 10 years ago, and I think we were in our transition of moving from NAI to NCAA as an athletics department. There was very few NCAA schools. We might have been one of the first. So to see the growth from that point to what happened in January, it's amazing. And now we're just seeing programs just, exploding all over the country. And we're also seeing a lot of high school states that are sanctioning sport, and there's a big push to get more sanctioned as well. So it's an exciting time to be involved.
Yeah, for sure. And talk about this year too, being an Olympic year. I know you said we had some current athletes that qualified for Olympic trials, had some alums as well. Just talk about kind of how that affects their training going forward as it's been pushed back a year.
Yeah, I mean, it's different. That's for sure. The positive, I guess, for a lot of people, I know I was talking to one of our alum the other day who, recovering from a surgery, and this might give her a chance to at least get to one qualifier and try to make it. The fact that's been pushed, and it's going to give some of our girls an opportunity, a little bit longer just to get better. So those are some of the positives, but it's very unique, and we're looking forward to just having an opportunity to compete for a spot next year.
Yeah. How's the recruiting trail going right now? You talk about people, high schools added and stuff. How's that looking for next year? You mentioned you have a young team, a lot of returners, I'm assuming. What's that looking like for next year?
Recruiting's doing good. I think we've signed maybe 6 so far, and we've got a couple really strong recruits. Some, definitely a couple that are top in the country in their weight. Yeah. And we have some offers out there that we're just waiting on. But it's going really well. And the good positive thing is that I think we graduate 2 this coming year. So we'll have a lot returning again. And we're going to hate to lose those 2, but we're going to have a great year next year and make it very memorable. But yeah, it's a great time to be part of our program. After we won 4 national titles at the WCWA, we kind of took a little bit of a step back for a year. And we've been rebuilding these last 2 years, and we have a very, very great program. So I'm real excited about it.
Yeah, and you talk about those current athletes too. You kind of scattered all across the country. What's it been like kind of interacting with them over the last month and a half, now that everyone's kind of back at home, and what are some of the things you've been doing to keep them engaged?
Yeah, so we're doing weekly Zoom meetings. I think a big portion of our team is from California, and we have Nevada, and Washington State, and they're all stretched out all over the country. So, we've been doing Zoom meetings once a week. We've done a couple activities just to get integrated on our GroupMe app, and then we're also working on being involved as a team and developing. Right now, it's kind of a hard time to find ways to train. Yeah, gyms are shut down, and it's hard to get on a wrestling mat with a big group, of a club or anything like that while you're at home. So we're using some various ways, and we're splitting the girls up into different groups and allowing them to be involved and putting together home workouts, and we're using some resources for that. Mm-hmm. And it's been very positive so far. So
awesome. Well, that's great. Continue the good work, and thanks for joining us today, Coach.
All right, appreciate it.